My friend Tom here has got his driver's license, and I've got my learner's permit finally, so I can drive my car legal. Right now, we got ourselves a little lost over by Troy because we both have heard of this thing called the Smuggler's Road, which is like a back way from Troy to Libby, but instead we're wandering around up somewhere. But I thought it'd be cool to make a video to put on my YouTube for friends, to kind of show my friends back in Washington what it's like here in Montana. So we're going to be going down. This is well, I can't remember where we're at now. Right now we're over in Troy, and we're just headed on our way back to Libby. I just wanted to go for a little joyride, and so Tom was kind of nice to indulge me. But I think you're pointing it out. That's Troy down there. That little area over there. Troy's a really nice little town. It's real nice and cozy. Like the houses here are really reasonable. Rent here is really reasonable. Just like anything else, so it's a little trickier finding a job here in Montana. But if you can find an okay job, like the cost of living here is great, and the people here are nice. And look how fucking gorgeous it is. But Tom has been nice enough to indulge me again to be my cameraman, and I'll show you guys. We're gonna go down the highway down to Troy, from Troy down to Libby. And hopefully I got emailed my copy of my insurance on my car in case I get pulled over. But, well, we got a half tank of gas. I would have to say, like, as far as Suzuki's go, this Crown Vic is pretty decent. This car drives pretty smooth. I had to put a little bit of work into it. Just basic stuff. I had to get a new battery for it. I had to replace the windshield. There was a couple wires that got messed up for the turn signal, so I actually ended up just giving up and paying a mechanic to get the turn signals fixed. And right now I have I got new tires for it, or new used tires, because the previous owner did not change the tires in years, and he was using studded tires, like studded winter tires, and he would just drive them in the summer until all the studs came out. So like the tires weren't even holding air. And like the last thing I gotta get fixed on this car is I need to figure out how to get the heater core swapped out. But I am gonna procrastinate on that because I've been looking online and it's like a 13-hour job. But I still have to say that, like, this is probably, well, while we're driving and the cameraman is showing you how beautiful Montana is, I bought this car. They gave me a good deal on it because this is an old friend of mine's car that I used to go pick morels with. I've literally been up in the mountains with this car, picking morels. And he got a new truck, like a Mazda, and his mom came and asked me if I wanted to buy this off him, and I got it for $600. And so far I've got about $600 into it, fixing it up. And the funny thing is that these cars have gone up since the COVID hit. These cars are, if I can get this in mint condition, and I take this back to Washington, I can get like 2,800 for this pretty easy. And I've been half tempted just to do it, just to get a Lincoln Town Car. Because now this is downtown Troy. It's not like a lot to Troy. You can drive through this town in like 2 seconds, it seems like. But Troy has a couple pretty cool things. There's a real nice like a bowling alley. I guess me and Tom are gonna go bowling tomorrow. They've got a pretty good deal during the 4th of July. But yeah, it's a small town. I like it. Let's take a right, left, right.
Left, yep.
Yeah, it takes like all of like a minute to drive through town. Well, yeah, it's not too far of a drive to Libby. Really good burger place here. Pizza place here is really good. And there's a bowling alley. You're going to be checking out the bowling alley tomorrow. But that burger doing really good burgers.
Awesome burgers, man.
Traffic hasn't been too bad for being Labor Day weekend.
Get in the back. Sit. Get in the back.
Yeah, I like straight pipes on this car, but it sounds great, but for one, the gas mileage goes down quite a bit, and 2, I lose a bit of horsepower. So if you see those crosses on the road, that's where an accident was, and there was a fatality. Straight pipes are ridiculously loud. But I think I said it before, but they're great for like when you live in the country like this, because one of the most dangerous things on the road here are deer. And like there's no way that you can creep up on the deer in there. There goes the popo. Say, like, for what I spent on this car, like Crown Vics, I would recommend about 7 or 8 seconds, but where this car really likes to go is between 60 and 120. Like, it's weird because it takes a while to get up to 60, but after 60, like, acceleration is pretty effortless. This car is really good at pulling on the highway. And another thing I noticed is with the police suspension on this, it has a pretty good ride. And I really enjoy, like, it sits really low to the ground. Right now I'm doing about 80 miles an hour and I don't even feel it. It takes these corners pretty well for how big and heavy of a car it is. I had a buddy of mine, he just passed away recently. He was a mechanic, that's his trade. And he had a Crown Vic, and he swears by him. He had like 350,000 miles on his, and the only reason he got rid of it is because he got in an accident. Somebody did a hit and run on him.